Perfect. Let's get into it. Bronte, we are back. It has been a minute. You have gotten increasingly more pregnant as the time has gone on.
I know.
Your level of pregnant has just escalated beyond belief.
Oh, holy moly. Yeah, we're in the third trimester. I'm 30 weeks now. Getting big, getting a belly. My phone fell on the car floor before. I couldn't reach it. I had to have Cooper grab it for me. I mean, overall, not too bad. I've just been really tired and a little bit achy and stuff, but we're getting there. Crazy.
We are 30 weeks. End of December is coming up quickly.
Yep, and we just had a crazy busy 2 weeks with Fl2k. Then we had our baby shower, so we figured we'd chat kind of all about that.
Yeah, we've kind of been a little MIA on here.
Yeah.
It's tough because Bronte at like 6 o'clock, just done.
No, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's getting increasingly worse.
You think?
I think
Earlier
so.
and earlier?
Yeah, it's just getting earlier and earlier.
It's weird. I have like spurts of energy. Like this morning, I felt good. I went on my walk and I'm doing stuff. And then when we were running errands, I started to get tired. I'm a little tired right now. And then probably this afternoon, I'll get a little spurt of energy and then just crash again. So
yeah, and you're also getting increasingly less.
Oh God. What?
Less receptive to my jokes about how hard this pregnant, like, what did I say in the car before? I was like,
I think I said like, I'm so overwhelmed. And you were like, I'm overwhelmed.
I was like, me too.
Shut up.
I can feel you.
I was like, no, you just don't even say that.
You're not allowed to say that.
Just set me off.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's definitely overwhelming. Like, there's a lot to do, a lot to get done, things that we still need to do. I'm trying to take care of myself. Like, it's just a lot.
Yeah. The baby shower helped with a lot of stuff. We got a lot of things.
Yeah, that was awesome and really nice of, like, all of our family and friends.
Yeah.
But, what was I going to say? Pregnancy brain, I lost my train of thought.
That's made up.
No, it's not. This happens to me all the time. I forgot what I was going to say.
I don't know.
Do you want to talk? I figured we'd talk about Fl2k first, and then we could talk more about, like, but you kind of just jumped into pregnancy stuff.
I think I just wanted to refresh everyone that Bronte's dealing with a child growing inside of her.
Yeah.
Abusing her body for his own purpose.
Yeah.
Just to escape and become my friend.
Yep.
And then we can just ignore you two and do guy stuff together.
Just leave me to myself.
Yeah, we can give you a pat on the back. Good job.
Wow.
And just, we're going racing.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, sorry, we're going across the country for a drag race.
That's fine. You can take them.
Yeah. I think you can start going down the track in a car at like 15 or 14, like in an actual door car. Mm-hmm. So probably start that. I don't want to be a junior dragster dad.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Every time I ever see or experience junior dragster stuff, the kids look miserable. The parents are fighting. It's just an expensive hobby that nobody actually seems to enjoy. They're just doing it because, like, they feel like this is what you should be doing for your drag racing child.
The kids look like they have fun doing it.
A lot of them don't. A lot of them don't seem like they're enjoying it that much.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's I would love to talk to some junior dragster parent at some point, or like somebody that's deep in that world to get the full true story.
Yeah.
If it's like when I was playing baseball as a kid and I just did it because like it was what was offered to me to do.
Are there like races that they go to?
Yeah.
Because I've only ever seen them just like testing at the track.
Yeah, no, they have like actual racing.
There's like
there's
junior
like
dragster
sanctioned,
like events sort of thing.
They do it at like
cool.
most like bracket racer stuff, and it's all over the country.
Okay.
But I'm sure a lot of people can agree with me on this. If if your kid isn't like fully into it, he's going to absolutely hate it.
Yeah. But that's with any sport that a kid is doing.
For sure. I've just seen where it's like the parents are, working on the car
and
the
spent
kid
so
just
much
like
time and money into it. Yeah.
And the kid's like just in the trailer playing video games, and then the dad's like, "You got to make another pass." And he's like, "Oh, I have to, Dad."
Yeah. That is a little bit different because it's like expensive and takes a lot of time, and like time building the car, time testing the car. It's not just like, oh, baseball, you buy a mitt and a bat and you go out and play. Like,
Yeah, and like there's a coach and like the parents get to just sit there.
yeah, like it's like working on the car and stuff like that. Yeah. That's true. It's different.
It doesn't seem, yeah, you gotta like trailer it around the country.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of similar. Like, I rode horses when I was younger, and that's
He's
kind of.
definitely not doing that.
Yeah, it's literally so expensive. But that's kind of similar in the sense of like, you have to take care of your horse, you have to groom your horse, and it's expensive. You gotta pay for the horse's feed, pay to get their hooves done, all that kind of stuff.
Well, now add into this mix, horseback riding doesn't have this one angle of drunk redneck parents that are fighting on the starting line. There's been races, junior dragster races at Bradenton where I've heard Wade is basically like, I'm canceling this whole thing if you parents can't stop fighting.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like, it gets heated like that. Like, imagine like baseball games. Like, baseball games get like that. I've seen parents get thrown out of Little League games.
Yeah, no, parents
trying to fight the ref.
Yeah.
The ump.
I will never be one of those parents that's like screaming or something. No.
There's a whole South Park episode on it where Randy Marsh is just fighting parents throughout the country as his son gets like better at baseball.
Yeah. Gets more intense.
But also the son doesn't want to play baseball because like nobody wants to play Little League. So like every team is trying to lose. I
played Little League.
Yeah, but nobody wants to. Every team is trying to lose. Like, they're like, no, we want to lose. We don't want to go to the regionals. Like, we don't want to have to go play again.
But the parents are like,
and the parents are all in it.
Yeah.
They perfectly nail.
That's the worst. If like you're more into the sport than your kid is, it's like, poor kid.
Yeah,
like,
that's everything.
Let him do something else.
That's junior drags for the most part.
Well, you never know. Maybe our boy will like it.
I don't know.
I almost said his name.
I think it's like Little League. Like, nobody actually likes it.
Yeah.
They just want to get their kids to do something.
I don't know, but he might see you like doing your race car thing, and that might excite him and want to do it.
I don't know. I haven't inspired anybody else. You think I can inspire our son?
Yeah.
People look at me and they're like, oh man, he makes it look tough.
That's where like I could see him seeing you do like you're working on the car and going down the track. Like I could see that being influential to like a kid being like, I want to do that, you know?
Yeah.
If they grow up like around it, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta move a bunch.
Yeah, she's gotta
forth.
dance all around.
My belly hits the table. I can't even come in all the
You
way.
can move the thing back.
I know I was, but then I was uncomfortable.
Just do what other people do and stand like 5 feet away from the mic and try to talk into it, but also talk quietly.
So they can't
and then
hear me.
look away from it, but 5 feet away. And I'm like, I'm gonna freaking kill you, Victor. Just talk into the mic. Or funny. James sat like,
yeah, but that was funny. I did notice one time. I was like, I haven't seen Victor's face in a little while. He was just like, but it was hard.
Yeah, no, we were all looking in.
Yeah, you were like looking at each other, not like the camera. But I was like, that's funny.
Shout out to the event pregame of Fl2k if you guys hadn't watched that one. It's a great like study of what it can be, and it was a great example of the first one, I feel like, because as far as I've ever seen, nobody's done anything like that in most drag racing, maybe like NHRA or something like that, Top Fuel, but nobody's ever done like a sit down and educate but also entertain on that kind of stuff of drag racing. And I feel like it's a fun angle that we can add to this channel and also help the sport in the same time. I mean, it's really just helped me. I don't want to try to claim like, well, I'm doing all this for the sport. It's more just for me.
Well, first off, that was one of like my favorite episodes. It was really cool to like it was like a perfect, the four of you, like you picked perfect people to like have the conversation with and just like all of you guys talking. And I feel like it did. I think, didn't people come up to you at Fl2k and was like, oh, love the podcast, listen to the podcast before, you know, like I'm sure that is cool, because I feel like if you're not in the drag racing world, this is just coming from a woman's outside perspective, like it can be very confusing and like you've been around it enough where now you know like the racers, how the classes work, the things and stuff, but I feel like there's not much information about how it works out there. So that was cool to like kind of go through all the classes and talk about the racers and the payouts and the rules. Like that was different and really cool.
Yeah, I think
It's very educational.
I think we all learned a lot from that. I don't think anybody that watched that wouldn't learn something. There's nobody out there that, even people that I race with, like I know all that information. They don't all know. Just like Victor and Jim and James are saying things that I didn't know.
Yeah, right.
And that's the whole point of this podcast, is for me to learn things as well. And I assume if I learn things, other people will.
Yeah, for sure.
But maybe I'm just the lowest common denominator of knowledge there on that one.
Between the four of you guys.
Yeah, maybe I can just ask the right questions, I guess.
Yeah. But let's talk about Fl2k, because that was a long weekend for you specifically, and
so
whatnot.
Fl2k decided to, which is good, they decided to add a Wednesday night testing. Wednesday all day and night testing, which made it to where you now had to get to the event on Wednesday to get a good spot.
You did end up parking Wednesday instead of Thursday?
I'm pretty sure it was Wednesday.
Okay, yeah.
It was probably Wednesday or Thursday, something like that.
I think you were going to park Thursday and then you ended up parking Wednesday.
Yeah. So you had to get there Wednesday to get a good spot, which basically means you are now at the track from Wednesday to Monday. Or Sunday night.
Yeah.
Some people leave Monday morning.
Yeah.
So like to get your good spot, you had to get there on Wednesday. I didn't want to be part of that top end crew where you're up there helping people pack their parachutes after a run.
And wasn't like Wednesday night or by Thursday morning, like there was people to the end of the track?
Yeah, people were parking
like
in the front of the Freedom Factory.
Yeah.
It was so
that
crowded.
Packed. Oh my God.
And, Bradenton's not the biggest racetrack. It's not like a big NHRA, like official, like, Houston Raceway Park type of thing, or like, Dallas is the same size, like Dallas Motorplex where TX2K will be. It's not the biggest track. Like, it's a hometown track. You park in the grass. Like, so it fills up.
Yeah.
It freaking fills up. And it was awesome to see.
For sure. Yeah, it was awesome. But one thing I thought was funny, I just had this thought. I'm going to say, don't be one of these people. When I was coming like back and forth a little bit just because of being pregnant. It was rough to be out there. I could not be out there all day, every day.
Yeah, it was hot until Sunday.
Hot, yeah. And coming into the track, the amount of times like people would just have no idea walking through the pits and have no idea of their surroundings. Literally started having to honk at people because they were just walking in the middle of the road. And I'm just like a regular car. Like I'm thinking about the race cars coming through and stuff. So if you're walking through like the pits and the lanes, try to just like stay to one side. Don't be that person that's walking in the middle.
Yeah, you really have to. I can understand it a little bit more if the car's being pushed and they don't hear the car. But like my car driving and I'm right behind you, you can hear me.
Yeah.
There's no question that you can't hear me behind you. And I'm like hot off a pass. I didn't even get out of the car to pack the chute or anything. Like, I just didn't pull the chute. So I'm just like pull off the line and drive down the track, drive up the track.
But even if you can't hear the car, you still like should not be walking right in the middle.
Yeah, it's tough because it's a very tight lane in Bradenton.
Yeah.
It's a very tight
maybe I'm just more so talking
road.
About like at Bradenton.
Yeah.
Like that road, that return road, is very tight.
Because like TX2K, I've never had that problem.
Right.
You can get right back to your pit.
Yeah.
Fairly easily.
Easier.
But that's what gives Bradenton that feel. That vibe that Victor kept talking about. It's like that small town track, like one pit road, but then you pack it to the brim with the fastest cars in the country.
Yeah.
The top street cars, the top Extreme 28 cars, like the stick shift cars. Like that's what makes Bradenton so great. It is
really cool.
It's not the best facility. It's not the biggest facility in the world.
It is the best, though.
It's the best. It's the best facility. Well, I'm sure, even Victor would be like, yeah, it's not the best tower. It's not the best.
Yeah, there's always improvements.
Of course.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going to say it's, Z-Max where they can fit 150,000 people in the stands and they have four lanes.
You're talking about the biggest, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are also probably the best facilities, but they don't have that vibe. They don't have that feel that Bradenton has.
Yeah.
And they never will.
Yeah. No.
But getting back from a pass is very difficult sometimes car's hot, you know, you're kind of trying to like, I'm also trying to like get back swiftly because like I want to pop the hood, the car's hot, like I'm trying to just like
Yeah.
park the car. But that also leads to the debate of if your street car can't do that, it can't drive back from a pass in traffic, is it even a street car?
You can drive back in traffic, though.
I can, but some people, if they made their pass, they park up, they put their chute back in, and they're trying to like drive back, and their car's overheating, or it doesn't have enough fuel, or there's a problem, transit's too hot. That's not really a street car. And not all classes are a street car, but the best class is. I'm biased, but
Yeah.
some cars can't make that drive back. What?
No, I was just confused.
What do you mean? What are you confused about?
I don't know why you brought that up.
Oh, it's just part of it. Like, you have to drive back in traffic. It's part of making it a streetcar. I like the traffic. I like because it tries other cars. I know my car can do it. Maybe fucking Jim Bob's car can't do it.
Jim Bob. Oh my God.
Friggin' John Doe over there can't do it.
Yeah. How was the weekend without me there? Did you have any struggles?
I didn't struggle a ton. I didn't sell as many t-shirts as I probably would have if you were there.
If I was there, yeah, true.
Because I was also on the I wasn't gonna sit at the car by myself.
Yeah.
People would come up like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. Like you're all alone. Like you don't have any friends.
No, but that's just
you're
like
not married."
That's just not like you're always just out going talking to people, riding around, like mingling when you're at the track. It's not like you to just like sit at your booth.
Yeah, I know. And I didn't really have a booth. I just hung up
Yeah,
t-shirts
some
on the
shirts.
car wing, on the wing of the car.
Yeah.
And people came around and bought them. And I had a lot of people that were like, "I went there 3 times and you weren't there." I'm like, "Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
He's
out and about.
Yeah.
One thing about Cooper is like FL2k weekend, he was there from like 8 a.m. to midnight every single day. Even if he was done racing for the day.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything to do. He was there all day, every day.
It only happens one time a year. Gotta live it
I
up.
know, yeah, and you did.
I
You
wanted
lived
to
it
watch
up.
all the cars go down. I wanted to help my friends. I didn't really help, but I'm there for entertainment.
Yeah. When I did go to the track though, and like I tried to go every day, but like some days I was there for just like a little bit, some days were longer. Our friend Jim and his wife Shale, they rented an RV because they come from a different area.
Orlando.
And I couldn't thank them enough because the amount of times I had to pee. I was like, thank God this RV was here. I would have not been okay.
Yeah, and they had air conditioning and
Yeah.
a couch.
Yeah, we could just like sit in there and hang
out of the
out.
sun.
Yeah, that like literally, even though we live here, I'm like, it would be nice to have something like that at the track for like a long weekend like that.
We should petition for Victor to build like a VIP area for us.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like just a cool guy zone. Just like if you
Yeah,
you
but
have
it's
like
the
a windshield banner that says "I know Victor,"
I know Victor.
you can go.
But it's the convenience of it being right there, you know? Like, yeah, there's bathrooms obviously and stuff at the track. And like we could go into the tower if we needed to. Like we do have that ability, but it was just so nice having that RV there.
It was pretty great. That was a good event.
Yeah.
And I like spending as much time at the track as possible because like what am I gonna do? You know, it's Friday night of FL2K. I'm not making another pass. It's 7:00. Like I'm just gonna go
Be home with your wife.
Yeah, but like we have the rest of the week for that.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I was happy that you were doing your thing with your friends.
And then
stuff.
I went to Garrett's shop and hung out with, I wouldn't say help, but I hung out with Jim and Brett and they put a motor in Brett's car.
Yep, that
and
was a
then they
late night. You
friggin'
came
handed
home.
it to Garrett right after that.
I was like, Garrett shouldn't have let the music shop.
Yeah, Garrett helped them.
Yeah.
Well, their other option was going to come here.
Oh, really?
That was their other
Yeah, I
plan.
guess-
They were like, we're either going to go to your house
Yeah.
and use your lift, or we're going to go to Garrett's shop.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Well, that was not better because it was closer for them.
Yeah, they didn't have to put
Yeah.
it on a trailer or anything.
Yeah.
They just got to push it there and then drove it home.
Yeah. That was nice. Garrett helped film some clips for you.
He filmed basically every clip.
Well, the first day I got there literally right as I pulled up, and then I hear on the speaker like Cooper Bogetti, and I was like, oh my God, and I went running to the track, and you pulled the chute way too early on that
900
pass.
feet. I said it in my interview. Drop it around 900 feet.
But I got to see that one pass, but that was nice of him to like help out and film with the other passes, because that's what I always feel bad about when I'm like not there, is the filming part for the videos and stuff.
There is
like,
one pass that I just have no video of.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just nothing. I probably like I went to click on the in-car camera and it just didn't turn on. I was like, awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, this is cool. I probably could have
That
went
pass
back
is
on
just
Flo
in your
and-
memories forever.
yeah. I probably could have went back on Flo and gotten it.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it wasn't like I'm going for a new PB here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm turning it all the way up. No Camaro with a 2J has ever been turned up this high. Emotional, you know, the classic YouTube
Yeah.
stuff where you're like,
But it worked out because now Garrett being in the different class too, usually he's in the streetcar, so he wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
And most of your friends are in the streetcar class, so like usually you wouldn't really have anyone to film. So
And he
that
was-
kind of worked out nicely.
he was already up there filming for McFlurry.
Yeah.
So that helped too.
Yeah.
That makes it easy. Like he was there already filming for James
Yeah.
in McFlurry, and then my buddy Chambly ended up beating McFlurry in the semifinals.
Yeah, and you kind of did a little funny skit in the beginning about Oreos, and it kind of bit you in the butt a little bit.
No, because he didn't beat me.
True. But
He didn't beat me, and Chambly beat him, and I think they blew up the motor. So if anything, the Oreos did get run over a little bit. And I don't think it's any secret that Godzilla motor is certified junk. Certified
I'm not qualified
junk.
to.
Well, people have just gotten mad at me when I was like, the Godzilla motor's not that good. And they're like, it's so good. Look at Garrett. And now Garrett's pulling it out. So I'm like, it must have been just so good he couldn't handle it.
Seemed like it lasted a while and did some good stuff though.
Yeah, it went fast, but like it just broke every time they tried to lean on it. I mean, it went faster than my car, but it's also in a Fox body, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
That's a cheatered up chassis.
Again, not qualified.
Not
really
qualified.
To comment on this.
Yeah, I need like a
I'm not your girl for that.
before I talk smack about me, I need like a co-host to do a weekly show with. That would be my goal, or a bi-weekly show as well, like a car guy co-host that we just, because I want to add shows to this channel. That's my end goal.
That's always the goal.
I don't know if I've ever really publicly talked about that, but I hope that this channel becomes more of like a network where there's like me with a new guest, me with like a co-host, maybe someone else does their own show, me and Bronte do a show, and like throughout the week there's like multiple different shows. So if you don't like this one and you don't like that one, you may like this one.
What is it kind of like?
Like a network.
No, but the comedians that.
Yeah,
Who is that?
YMH does that. Your Mom's House.
Your Mom's House. Yeah, they have like the Two Bears, One Cave, right?
They have
Is
like
that it?
5, I think
The
they have,
Doctor Show.
I think they have like 6 shows on their
yeah,
channel.
which is cool.
Yeah, because they have something for
Something
everyone.
like that. Yeah.
And that would be the long-term deal.
Yeah.
But we probably got to get them subscriber numbers up. So guys, if you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button.
Oh, wait.
Rate us on Apple and Spotify. I think that's a thing you do. I've heard people say it. I don't know anything about it, but
Yeah, it's good. It's good, I think, to rate on Spotify and stuff. So
rate me on
us.
Spotify. Full
The
video
one
on
thing,
YouTube.
the one night I came there, you were in a weird spot where you were
I was
number
sitting
16.
number,
Yeah, so that was a little stressful there. And I was literally in the lanes waiting for the pass, and I just started to feel so sick. I was like, I have to go. I was really bummed. But you were like, I kind of got to see what other people are doing, because if I don't get bumped down, you would have had to make a faster pass.
Yep.
But if you get bumped down, then like you're good. Like you were in a weird spot for a little while.
I was playing the game.
Yeah,
I was in the
yeah.
back of the lanes. I was suited up. I was
Yeah.
watching to see what other people did. I was texting the announcer to
Were
see
you?
where I got bumped down. Shout out to Derek Putnam. I was texting
Oh,
him
nice.
to see like,
What people were running.
yeah, and he had told me like I had already gotten bumped down 2 spots.
Oh, cool.
But James was sitting 15 and I was sitting on the
Yes.
bump spot. So I was hoping to only get bumped down 1.
Yeah.
And I was hoping James would have to race the number 1 qualifier first.
Yeah.
I was hoping he'd have to race Jim first or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And him and Jim have raced McFlurry versus Jim's car like twice, I think, already.
Oh, really?
It's like Jim beat him one time, and they've already raced.
Okay.
So that would have been a fun go at it again. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, they probably could have ran close to the top of the class.
What was the breakout in the B class that you were in? 780
786.
Yeah. So that was like a good spot for you to be in, but it's so tough with like the classes because you can go faster and it would be cool to like be running faster, but then you just can't be as competitive.
Yeah, I just have zero chance of winning.
Yeah, like it's like, do you want to just go
Not
fast
zero,
or do you
but,
want to
like,
win?
My chance of winning is pretty low. Obviously, in racing, anything can happen, but like, the cars that the finals in the A class was a 717 to a 726.
Yeah.
So it's not like anything can happen. It was like, no, they did very well. Like it wasn't like I've seen the stick shift class where the fastest car qualifies with a 680, but the guy that wins went an 820.
Yeah.
Like that is anything
That's
can happen in
crazy.
racing, but
Right.
it doesn't really shake out like that in the street car class.
But especially a big class and big winnings. I mean, the winnings for your class was like $7,500,
My
right?
boy Chambly took it.
Yeah, it's like you want to compete to like win that, so you got to play the game.
Yeah, you got to play the game a little bit. It's index racing.
But it would be cool, like, one time to like shoot for the fastest class and just like really run the car like out to its full potential, like every pass, you know?
Well, because the breakout in TX2K was an 862, and I mean a 762, and we went 768 on the last pass.
Yeah.
In the semifinals, like we were
almost broke out.
Yeah, we were right there, and he went 766.
Yeah, like that.
That was
that's
like
fun. It is fun when you're like doing like personal bests as well and like going really fast.
The car was tooted up on that because I lifted early.
Yeah.
Like it probably would have went like a 58.
Because 7.8, like what you normally run, it's still fast, but it is cool to see the car going like 750s and stuff,
Yeah,
you know?
and the car could do 50s. I fully believe that it could run a 50, but like how many times
Has
it could do it?
I thought it has.
It went a 68.
Oh, okay.
That was
so
best.
760.
But that was getting out of it a little early too. It has it in it, but again, like the amount of times you can do it start to go down.
Yeah.
The more you do it.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, and you really haven't gotten like maintenance done on the engine or anything recently. Right?
No, it's been in there a bit. It was out after that last TX2K, so it's gone through now 2 FL2Ks and a TX2K. It roll raced in Darlington and won the roll race. It drag raced in Darlington.
Oh, you had to put in the roll race.
It won the roll race.
Had to announce that.
I think it went to Streetcar Takeover last year in Bradenton. Like in World Series of World Street Outlaws last year, which I noticed it's in Orlando in like 2 weeks. They took Heavy Street out, the class that I raced last year. I was like, dang.
Man.
They were scared. They saw me runner up last year, and they were like, we better take this class out or else he's going to come and beat everyone again.
Last thing about FL2K, it was kind of a rough first round. Do you want to talk about that?
Your
first
boy,
round of eliminations.
Your boy dropped the ball. He sucked. Which I can admit. I'm adult enough to admit that I sucked. I lost back-to-back to the same guy. Last year I lost to him in the second round at FL2K. And now this year I lost to him in both times. I will say he didn't beat me as much as I beat myself. Last year I spun on the line and he beat me. This year I couldn't bump in and he beat me. So, you know.
But talk about like how'd that happen? I don't know if you.
I pulled up to, I talked about it in my video. If you guys hadn't watched my video on FL2K, it was a pretty good one. I will say, I think I liked the way that I filmed it a little bit. I tried some different stuff, and it was pretty good. It was a good one. It was the whole FL2K. I'm a little biased, but it was pretty good.
My question is, why didn't you test the bump before that first round?
There's really no logical answer to that.
The night before, you said it bumped too much, so you turned it down.
clicked it one down.
So when you did that, I'm like, why? That's what I said to Jim. I was like, why wouldn't he have like tested it?
Jim probably said because he's
I forgot what he said.
Well,
I think he said something. He was like, that's why he needs it in the ECU or whatever. Instead of like
maybe.
that. I don't know.
I've never had a problem with my smooth stage box.
Yeah, no, it has worked good.
It may be something with like, we were talking about maybe tightening the band on the transmission because that could be part of it. Like, could be a little bit on that. But I just didn't test it because, I made a pass the night before. I parked the car. It was like 11 o'clock at night by the time I parked the car. And then I got to the track in the morning and our first pass was like 10 a.m. I didn't really want to get the car all hot. Like, you have to use nitrous to do that, CO2. Like, you have to use these consumables to get it up on the brake. And, like, you get the trans hot, you get the motor hot, you get the oil hot. Like, I was trying to avoid doing all that.
I know, you never like testing the bump, which
and
I
it
know.
definitely bit me in the butt.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, and I definitely
Like, that's a
understand
perfect example of, like, why you should test it.
It sucks
for the
because,
future.
like, I've never had a problem with it.
But
until it bumped a little too much, and I tried to make one adjustment, and I was confident.
yeah.
I felt confident. I was like, I know this car. I know my car. Made one click, nothing.
Yeah.
But I was able to.
I was impressed with how you reacted to the problem at the starting line.
There was a couple ways I could have reacted to that problem. Was burn him down, which would have sucked. Like, I didn't want to be the guy that just burned him down because I had a bump failure. I've had that happen to me where somebody couldn't bump. I've had that happen to me twice, and they were both Mustangs that I'm friends with. So I didn't want to burn him down, but I also didn't want to lose.
Yeah.
So I kind of just got off everything real quick, rolled it in, grabbed the trans brake again, got the car back up. But, by that time I was just slow on the tree.
Yeah, the reaction time was terrible.
Yeah, it's really the only thing I could have done.
Yeah. No, but it was like, I was impressed with how you like saw there was a problem in that moment. You made a quick decision what to do. Like, you let off and then slid forward and then got back on it and like tried your best. And then it made a good pass though.
It did make a good
Went
pass.
fast.
Yeah, I broke out because I knew he was going to beat me anyways.
Yeah,
and
so
I
you
knew
just
he wasn't
sent
going to
it.
break out.
Yeah.
Because he has that car very dialed in.
Yeah.
He went like an 06 on the tree, and then he went like, 5 numbers higher than the breakout. So like he left very small margin of error for me.
Right. Yeah.
And then he ended up going to the finals versus Chambly. So
Yeah, he seemed like a good car and good driver.
the only way he lost because he broke out.
Oh, really?
He
Is that what
treed
happened?
Chambly. He drove out on him.
Oh, that's
And then he just broke out by just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I remember you showed me the video.
Because
Yeah.
the weather got like good. The air got really good. So
Yeah.
his car was just making more power.
Yeah.
And he just, a little bit, that's all it took.
So any learning lessons you would say from FL2K?
No, I have a strict never learn from my mistakes policy. It's a strict
Stubborn
policy.
man over here.
I find the type of people that learn from their mistakes are nerds. So I try to
Stop
avoid.
it.
No, I just need to test the bump box more, I guess. It sucks because like also
It sucks that didn't happen in qualifying.
yeah, my 4 qualifying passes so I only did it my first pass in qualifying bump box worked great. My second pass, the guy next to me broke and I just rolled in a little hard, lit both bulbs. Like I didn't try to light both bulbs, but I just like rolled in a little hard. I was sitting there for forever because they were pushing his car back and stuff. And I just didn't bump in. Then the third pass I bumped in and it was a little hard. It could have just been me not on the brake hard enough. But then I made the adjustment and boom. So something isn't happy, I feel like, for it to be acting weird. So adjusting the transmission band in the Power Glide may be the move.
Are you going to do that before this next race?
I got to call
When is
Jason
that?
at
Next
ATF and
weekend?
ask him. Yeah.
Next weekend. Yeah. We're going to a no-time race.
Big 8th mile no time guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've kind of been into doing the 8th mile, though, so.
8th mile is great. People talk smack about 8th mile. Usually
I know,
people
I
that
don't like
run
it.
really slow talk smack about 8th mile. But, when you have a fairly fast car, it's nice to just like shorten the runway a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to dump the chute. It's not as hard on your brakes. It's not as hard on the engine. So good.
Yeah.
8th mile is so good.
Yeah.
But no time isn't my favorite thing.
Yeah, I definitely don't like the no-time part, but the 8th mile's okay.
8th mile's okay. Yeah. They used to do I used to go to this event that was half mile. Yeah,
So is that further than 8th mile, but not all the way, right?
no, it's
Wait, what's
2
half?
quarter miles.
Oh, so it's longer than what you normally do.
Yeah, it's double.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was like in the middle,
Yeah,
and you
no,
said
it's-
half mile. Oh my God.
Yeah, people are flying.
Where is even there a track that long?
They used to do it in an airport.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they used to do
Oh
it
my
up in
God.
Ocala at an airport. But then,
That's
like,
sketchy.
cars would always spin out and crash and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, it wasn't ideal. They did away with that. But they used to do it on an airstrip. Mm-hmm. And they also do, in Texas, they do the Texas Mile, where they do a full mile.
Holy moly.
Yeah, you're just wide open throttle for a full mile. Like, please don't blow up, please don't blow up, please don't blow up, please don't. That'd be me. I just be like, please don't blow up.
Like, how long would that take you? Like,
It probably takes a good amount of time. I mean,
yeah, like a
because
minute.
it's not prepped, so you don't really get to like launch. So you don't like get a lot of ET. You just get a lot of mile an hour. So you're just like
right.
just in it.
Cruising really fast for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know how fast people do a standing mile in. I'd love to hear that. The only way I'd do anything top speed is like the salt flats, where you're like just nothingness.
Every time I think about that, I think about that person that passed away.
Jesse Combs.
Yeah, which is really scary and sad.
Yeah, that was a level of extreme that I am not going near.
Oh, okay.
That's like an airplane that she was using. I'm talking like a car with like a regular motor.
Oh, so like regular cars do that as well?
Kind of. I mean, they use like a long skinny car and they'll go like 250. I think she was trying to go like 500 or something crazy.
Oh my God.
Like that's way different level.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I would like to eventually go out and see that a little bit.
Yeah.
Where else were we at? You yesterday bitched at me
Oh God, what'd I do?
that I leave the toilet seat up. And
Oh my
I
God,
think
yeah, oh my God.
I think
Wait,
as
let
men
me, hold on. I had a friend in town, okay, who came in for our baby shower. She surprised me. And she's the best. It's so funny. Like her and Cooper.
I surprised you.
Yeah, Cooper's went and picked her up at the airport, and I didn't know. But
Yeah, that was tough for me to begin with. So I had to coordinate with a woman to secretly meet her at the airport an hour away without my wife knowing.
My friend Sammy was like to Cooper, she was like, I'm nervous. And what'd you say? You were like,
I was like,
I'm
how do
nervous.
you think I feel? I just had to sneak out of my house to pick up a woman from the airport.
He lied
without
to
my
me.
wife knowing.
He lied to me and said he was going to induction. Meanwhile,
I used Victor to basically, coordinate a cheat on my wife session. That's what it could have been.
But anyways, we're getting ready to drop her back off at the airport, and Cooper goes pee, and then she goes pee, and I hear her like slam the toilet seat down. And Cooper comes out. I'm like, did you not put the toilet seat down? Like, that's so rude. To like let a lady go in after you and like have her put the toilet seat down. I understand if it's me, whatever. But like my friend, a guest, like
It's equal rights.
you couldn't have put the toilet seat down?
Equal rights. If I have to pick it up, you guys have to put it down. I think
okay.
toilet seats always have to be lid closed. That's the problem. People are like, you got to put the seat down. No, I think you have to put everything down. You have to lid and all.
Yeah, that's probably the fair way to do it, for
Yeah,
sure.
so everybody has to do something.
So you should have put it all down.
I need to start doing that.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah, I feel like the lid has to be closed.
I never do it. And I won't ever do it.
Yeah, but like...
It was just the fact that, like, my friend literally walked in the bathroom right after you peed and had to put down your seat that you put up to pee in. Like, it was like, that's so
Yeah,
rude.
I had to put it up.
It's like, where
That
are
was a
your
pain in the butt.
manners?
I had to put the seat up. That's rude that you allowed me to have to do that.
Okay, but you know what? Also, technically, men can pee with the seat down.
No.
Women, yes, you can.
I'm gonna 1,000% make a mess if I did that.
Okay, but women literally can't sit on the toilet seat without it up. You like fall into the toilet. And women can only sit to pee. You can pee with the seat down. Like, okay, you definitely, there's more of a chance that you can pee with the seat down than a woman. A woman cannot at all sit on the toilet without the seat down.
She can hover.
Fuck off.
You can hover.
Literally, fuck off.
And I could sit and pee if I needed to. 100%.
Not with the seat up.
Yeah, but like with the seat down, like I could, like if the seat was
Yeah,
bolted
so
on.
the seat should always be down.
I mean, I prefer to go outside anyways. Go out the back door.
That was so annoying.
It was pretty funny though. I did enjoy that. That was that was.
I love how you started so Bronte bitched at me yesterday.
I mean, you did. You were up in arms.
yeah, it was like that was rude.
I was like, classic woman, right?
Oh my god.
I mean, wait until you have a son. He is 100% either going to be like a feral child and go outside only, or he's going to never put the seat down.
You know what I am excited about? I feel like boys are so much easier to potty train because they can kind of like pee easier.
Maybe.
Remember what? I won't say it because it's a little personal, but like I just feel like boys can like pee anywhere if they have to, you know? It's not
Catch a charge.
yeah, it's not right, but like I don't know.
You could
It
definitely
just
catch
seems,
a charge.
I just think I feel like I've heard that it's easier to potty train boys.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about my personal experience with being potty trained. How well
Yeah, we'll have to ask your mom.
how well adjusted I was.
Yeah,
I feel like my brother definitely wasn't as easily trained as me.
easily trained as me.
I mean, yeah. Are you teaching them or are you training them like a dog?
Well, you have to teach them like how to do it. I feel like, and like with a boy, don't you gotta like teach him how to aim? I think I've seen that. Like you put something like in the toilet or
A
something,
rubber duck.
or like if they go pee outside, you're like aim for that so that they're not like peeing everywhere. I think that's more so the thing with boys. You just kind of teach them how to aim. I don't know. Should I just leave you in charge of that?
No, definitely not. If you leave me in charge of that, we're going to have problems for sure.
Why?
I don't know. I just know that somehow we're going to find it really funny to like pee in the trash can in the bathroom. Or he's going to like only go in the shower, like open the shower door and go in there where you can't miss.
Oh my god.
Like find like a good tree or like a bush that you can pee on or something
Yeah,
along
like
those
that's
lines.
like that's also where my mom told me a story of one time I was little and we were at the park and I like had to pee but I was playing so I like didn't want to go and I just was like holding it and then eventually I peed my pants because I couldn't hold it anymore and she was like that's the last time you did that, like you always went right away.
Yeah.
But with a boy like that's easier, like if we're outside playing with him and he's like, "Oh, I got to pee really bad." It's like, "Okay, go to the corner and pee." You know, like that sort of thing. As long as you're not in like public, but
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to train that. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to train, like, you can pee anywhere, but not when there's people around.
yeah.
But when we are around, it's fine.
Yeah, like if you're at home, you could just be anywhere.
Yeah, it's hard to know that
Yeah.
the difference there.
Because then they'll be at school and outside at recess and just go and
Yeah,
pee
what
in
was
the
that movie?
corner.
Big Daddy, where they're like, Julian was caught peeing in the plants in the classroom.
Yeah, like exactly. Oh god.
Like, caught just like in the corner of the room.
That would be bad.
I mean, it'd be pretty funny. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
I think we covered Fl2k pretty well. I wanted to do an Fl2k post game, but I haven't scheduled that well with everyone, and I'm wondering like how long after until it's like dead, until it's not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
And like
Kind of getting there, honestly.
And the
I
problem
feel
was like after FL2K, everyone's cooked. James was away for the week. Jim is an hour and a half. Jim is like 3 hours away. So making him come in is like rough.
Yeah.
And he's got like a real job.
Victor, I think, slept like 6 hours probably the whole weekend, so he
Yeah.
probably need to catch up on stuff.
Victor was cooked.
Yeah.
He's probably out shopping for a GT3 right now. He keeps talking about a Porsche GT3. So we're all just kind of like dead. I mean, the
Yeah.
pregame was great. I don't know if we should even do a post game, even though it would be fun.
Yeah.
I want to do a World Cup one,
That's coming up soon.
Yeah, November 5th. So I want to try to get a World Cup one together. I don't know who's going to be on it yet, but is it weird because I won't be at World Cup? Am I allowed to commentate on? I mean, I'll be watching live. I just am not making the trip up there for.
I feel like you could still talk with people who are going.
Yeah, and I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been to the event a few
You just kind of
times.
like narrate this stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
And I have a lot of friends going to race. Garrett,
Yeah.
Boosted Boys, Brett. So maybe we'll do something like that. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll get Brett and Garrett in here and they can.
Tussle it out.
They're not even in the same class though.
Oh.
Garrett's in like a class way higher than his car is capable of at the
Yeah.
moment.
Oh.
So it'll be interesting. But World Cup one would be exciting. I don't know who we should have on, but maybe you guys will let me know. You guys always have impeccable taste in guests. But that's about it. I think we're good off there. I think we can cut this one short. It's a little shorter than
Or
normal.
a baby shower. We could talk
Yeah,
about.
didn't we touch on that a little bit?
A little bit in the beginning, but not like fully.
Yeah, you were
We had
getting a
our-
little anxious.
We had our baby shower this past weekend, which my friend surprised me. We did like a co-ed baby shower. It was really nice. What?
I'm laughing how she was making fun of me when I said it was a secret. Like,
do you mean?
we surprised you and she walked in filming. And
Oh,
instead of
yeah.
like surprise, I yelled, it was a secret.
It was a secret. That was the whole joke this weekend. Like, you know, like if you're filming someone and you're like, surprise! Cooper goes, it was a secret.
It was a secret. I never surprised anybody with anything. I don't know what you do.
I mean, it was a secret. You weren't wrong. It was just an interesting reaction.
It just, yeah, in the moment, it felt like that
Cooper's-
was right.
Yeah, Cooper's really bad at reaction,
Oh, the worst.
reacting to things.
If you want somebody to be over the top animated reaction to you doing something cool, I'm
Yeah.
not your guy.
Yeah.
If you just did like your best skate trick ever and you look at me for approval, I'll be like, nice.
Nice.
Thumbs up. Nice little
Like,
half thumbs
Good
up.
job. Wow.
Wow. Great.
It's like painful coming out of Cooper. But
I never
yeah.
got any positive reinforcement as a child. So
you better give our kid positive reinforcement. But the one thing I did want to say about the baby shower, because I thought this was a fun idea, especially if you're going to have kids at your baby shower. We did little like decorating wooden cars for our baby and then like decorating burp cloths. And I'm really glad that we did that because it was a nice little like fun thing for the kids to do.
Yeah.
If you're going to have like a...
Well, your sisters, we painted blocks. So it wasn't too
Yeah,
different.
and there was kids there though. Just I'm saying
Yeah.
like a kids activity if you're gonna have kids there is like
I feel like at a
good
baby
idea.
shower, you should really have kids. I get at a wedding, no kids, but at a baby shower, I feel like it's got to be kids.
yeah,
only.
yeah.
It's kind of weird to be like, no kids allowed.
I know. Yeah. But a lot of people usually just do like a baby shower for the mom and it's like just women,
That
like
makes a
no
little more
kids,
sense.
you know, but we did like boys and girls and kids and stuff. So
Co-ed, as they say.
yeah. It was a good time though. It was
Yeah.
very chill and just hung out. People
Good
came.
food, nice little location. We got to just hang out with everyone. People kind of cycled in and out. It wasn't like a stiff
Yeah.
thing. We didn't do any like stupid games or anything.
Yeah, I don't like the stupid baby shower games.
They're always so forced.
Yeah, like I don't want to make everyone sit down and be like, okay, you have to participate in this. Guess what time the mom was born. Guess the mom's birthday. Like I just hate that stuff. So literally we got like little cards that was like baby predictions that people filled out. Like they could fill out as their leisure. And those were fun to read at the end of the day. And then we did the craft station and like that was it. Otherwise, like I just hate those like cringy games.
Pin the tail on the baby. Oh, you get
Or like chug
blindfolded.
from a baby bottle. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I really just find them stupid. To each their own, but it's just not me.
I've seen some people do the chug the alcohol from the baby bottle. That's kind of fun for your drunk friends.
Yeah.
But it's less of like a game where everybody has to like, okay, everyone has to participate now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Like, I don't like that.
But you know how I feel about fun in public.
Yeah. No fun in public.
I'm very against fun in public. I'm very against dancing. I'm against music in public, fun in public, like a street performer. Not interested. Back it up, bud.
You know, I actually was thinking the other day because Cooper doesn't like music. And I like music. And sometimes, a lot of the time when we drive, we don't really listen to stuff and we just like talk. But there's sometimes where I'm in the mood to like listen to music. And I never play it super loud because he doesn't like loud music either. But my friend Sammy was
sound like I have autism.
No. My friend Sammy was showing me a song and she was playing it and I just like didn't like it. And I was like, I was like, I don't really like it. But having to listen to it, I was like, oh, I don't want to. I literally was like, I feel like this is what Cooper feels like whenever I play music in the car.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is.
Funny.
Like, you know, some things you just don't like. Like, I don't like music. I don't like superhero movies where the woman is like the lead role. I don't like, you know, things like that. Fun in public, street performers.
Rude.
Well, nobody likes those, even women.
That's not true.
I mean, the box offices don't lie.
Rough.
It's just a fact.
Okay.
I mean, Disney will learn.
Let me
soon
see
enough.
the box office numbers,
Oh,
sir.
Look at Miss Marvel. No one wants to watch that. The only people
is
that
she the one that like can literally do anything? Like she's just too powerful.
yeah, she's way OP.
Yeah,
overpowered or whatever they call it.
OP. Wow.
Overpowered. That's what nerds talk about. And even like the Star Wars where the girl was the lead. Terrible movie. Terrible. George, like some people were like, George Lucas, you know, rolling in his grave. He's not dead. He probably thought about ending it all right there when he saw that come out.
Oh my God.
No one would blame him. They'd be like, we get it.
I know I'm not into the Star Wars, so I don't know.
They were all good until
This one.
what was her name? It was like
Princess Leia?
no, it
It's
was
the only thing I know.
it was Rogue One, the movie, and it's just like it's so bad that when you watch it, it makes every other Star Wars seem worse, which is such a sad thing to do to a great franchise.
Yeah.
Same with like all the Marvel movies. Like they were really good until like they hit this peak, and then Disney really got their fangs into it and just absolutely ruined the movies.
Wait, is it Miss Marvel? Is that her name? I don't know. I think you said that.
Yeah, it's I don't even know her name.
Well, does she have her own movie?
Yeah.
We've never watched that.
Two of them. We watched the first one, and now they're about to come out with the second one, and it's like this gang of like 10 woman superheroes. Like, what? What?
What do you mean? That sounds awesome.
Nothing about that sounds awesome.
Yes, it does.
There's no one out there that's like begging, like, because think about it like this. Action movies and superhero movies are notoriously man things. So, like, it's the same with, like, basketball. Like, basketball is a man's thing, like, for the most part. And that's why the WNBA does so bad, because not even women want to support it, because it's a guy's thing. And I don't even like basketball, but anybody with eyes can tell you that the WNBA is trash.
You know, like nothing about sports.
I know everything I
say, but I will say I am more likely to watch men play basketball than I don't think I've ever watched
But the women have better fundamentals. Yeah, let me see them slam dunk from the freaking 3-point line. Let's see a Michael Jordan-esque jump. No, they can't.
God.
They can't jump as high as a high school boy. That's crazy.
Oh God, I can't.
Yeah, it's just how it is. Like you're making things for the wrong market. That's the problem. Like the same with the superhero movie. That's not like women aren't your market. That's not your demographic.
No, but I feel like Marvel is pretty all around.
You think they're just like a unisex, like one size fits all for everyone? That's probably why they're so bad, because they're trying to be for everyone. Instead of like, this is who we're trying to appeal to, they're like, we need to appeal to the entire world.
Yeah, but that's a good thing, to appeal to everyone.
No, but you can't. Like, this podcast physically can't appeal to everyone, or else it's going to be bad. Like, it's not going to be enjoyable to watch.
But Marvel, with the different superheroes, you like relate to different ones, and you like different ones, and it gets more like there's so many different superheroes.
Of course, but if you try to appeal to broad range of things, it's just not ever gonna be. It's just like a mishmash of terrible. It's like if you tried to make a soup with every flavor. I want sweet, sour, spicy, I want it thick but thin. like you have to know what you're going for. And if you don't understand who's watching it, it's just gonna fail. And I know that Marvel doesn't need, marketing advice from some guy in his basement, but here it is.
Literally, you have no qualifications to be commenting on this.
Guess what, Disney? I know it's your 100-year reunion and anniversary, and you've been doing really good. But I'm here to tell you, you're screwing up.
This is what you really should be doing.
Yeah. I'm sure you have
ridiculous.
200 people that are studying around the clock what the markets are doing, but guess what? I got you.
I know what Cooper knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, people don't like women. I don't know how else to explain.
Stop. Oh my God. Okay, let's wrap it up because your mom and sister are going to be here soon.
All right, guys, we're going to end it off there. Bronte's going to go fold things. I think that's what women do.
Brutal.
Shane Gillis said that in his last special.
Brutal.
It was a really funny special on Netflix. Shane Gillis did one called Beautiful Dogs. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, I don't even know what women do all day. Do they just fold stuff? And he goes, that's not a good joke, but it is fun for me because I get to look around and watch 1,000 women scoff all at the same time instantly
So true.
and regret being at the show.
So true.
So if your wife's not listening, show her this part. See if she enjoys it. See if she tells you to unsubscribe, because that would be fun also. Let me know. Buy a shirt to support us because I'm not very advertiser friendly.
I know, we got to come out with Bogetti Studios
I need that to be on a shirt.
Yeah, we got to get that going.
Yeah, so I need to do like a pre-order or something of that. But that's going to do it, guys. I'm not going to let Bronte talk because she's a woman, so we'll end it off there, and we will see you next time.
I'm going to insert myself and say, see you next time.